So hello everybody. I want to welcome you back to the energetic diet. This is my second video, and today we're going to be diving into a powerful topic, which is how to shift out of your current reality and onto the frequency of thin. So if you want to be permanently thin, it's not just about changing what you eat, it's about shifting your entire state of being. And I've been reflecting a lot lately on how many of us, me included, we use food to manage our emotions as energy in motion. We try to change our emotional state from the outside in, but true transformation, it happens from the inside out. So let's talk about how to release that excess weight energetically, emotionally, and physically. So stay tuned to the end of this video because I want to be sharing some practical tips on how you can shift to the frequency of thin so you can start becoming that thin and energetic version of yourself starting today. So I want to start with something, first of all, that you may or may not have heard of before, and that is the first law of thermodynamics, which says energy, it cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be transformed. And when we apply that to weight loss, it's simple. Like if you eat more energy, right, than your body uses, your body is going to store that as excess fat. And if you use more energy than you consume, your body is going to burn that fat as fuel. So this is the whole classic calories in and calories out model. And yes, it does work, but it's limited because it doesn't account for your hormones, stress, trauma, sleep, or your vibrational alignment, and it doesn't touch on the emotional or spiritual weight that we carry. So here on the energetic diet, we're going to go deeper because energy isn't just physical, it's mental, it's emotional, and it's spiritual. So the real obsession, right, is where is your energy going? So let me ask you something. Where is your energy going all day? Because many of us who want to lose weight, right, we're completely consumed by food. We're thinking about it, measuring it, dreaming about it, tracking it, macros, calories, portions, recipes, it's nonstop. And we're not just eating food, we're thinking food, right? We become obsessed, and that obsession is what is keeping us stuck. So to shift into the frequency of thin, we have to do more than just let go of food. We have to fall out of love with food and fall in love with our higher self, the person we're becoming. So when we stop chasing dopamine from sugar and carbs and we start raising our vibration, we align with who we really are. So let's talk too now about shifting to the thin reality. So there is already a version of you who is thin, light, confident, and free. She's not becoming, she already exists. And your job is to shift into her frequency. And that means thinking her thoughts, feeling, her thoughts, and taking action from her energy, not from your old patterns, right? So we stop using food to create emotional change, and instead we change our state with breath, with intention, with imagination, and with embodiment. We tune into the vibration of freedom and not fixation. So I want to read a little story, tell you a little story about energy. I was reading one of my old journals the other day. I like to do that a lot. And I came across a conversation I'd had with a friend of mine who had had gastric bypass. And she told me that after the procedure, she could only eat 6 bites of food 2 to 3 times a day. And I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, like that's all she's eating. But she had to drastically reduce the energy, right, that she was bringing into her body to see results. And that really stuck with me because so many of us, we're still trying to hold on to energy in the form of food, fat, and even emotions rather than releasing it and letting it flow back into the universe. So we need to start asking ourselves, am I holding on to this energy or am I becoming light? Because thinness isn't just about size, it's a vibration, it's spacious, it's ease, it's alignment. So I want to finish up with some final thoughts for you today, okay? So if you're ready to shift, not just your diet, but your entire identity, this is going to be your invitation to release the obsession, to feed your frequency and fall in love with your higher self and start living as the lightest, freest version of you. So this is what I mean by the energetic diet, and your new reality starts now. So I want to give you some practical tips about shifting into this new reality, okay? So before you even get out of bed, I want you to imagine yourself already living as your ideal thin and radiant self, and ask how'd she think, how'd she move, how'd she eat today? Set the tone, right? You're not chasing weight loss, you're embodying it, right? So, and then practice energetic eating. So before every meal, pause and ask yourself, am I eating from alignment or from habit, emotion or escape? Take 3 deep breaths and just bless your food. Just slowly, be present with yourself, because you're not just feeding your body, you're feeding your energy. Another thing you can do is journal as your future self. So grab your journal, right? Write a short paragraph each day, starting with, as the thinner, freer version of myself today, and then describe your feelings, choices as if it was already true, because it is. And this activates the law of assumption, and then it builds that energetic bridge to you becoming that version of yourself. Another thing, move like you are already her. Like take a 10-minute walk and move as your thin, empowered self would move. Like feel her posture, her confidence, her ease, and let your body remember who you are becoming. So tip number 5 would be like to crowd out food obsession with soul obsession. So every time find yourself like fixating on food, pause. And instead do something that nourishes your soul. Like you could turn on music, you could dance, meditate, read something spiritual, visualize your future self for 2 minutes. Because the more you shift your energy into your higher self, the less power that food is gonna have over you, right? Another thing, like in the morning, so you could say something out loud like, I am the energetic match to the body I desire. It's already mine. Say it, feel it, believe it. This is you feeding your frequency and not your fears. So really, guys, it's all about you shifting into this new version of yourself and not being so obsessed with food, but instead being more obsessed with your higher self. Because wherever you put your energy, that's where your whole attention, everything is going to flow. Where your energy is, where attention is, your energy is going to flow in that direction. So let's flow it to you becoming that version of you that you want to be. So if you like this video, just smash that subscribe button, and I'm going to be doing more videos in the day ahead, and some also more practical tips on different things that you can do to shift your frequency, to feed the frequency that you are becoming, and be that energetic, thin, slender version of you. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, this is Susan, and bye for now.